Okay. Hinless below some count. Similarly someone who davens with strength. There Hamas with powers like I can do this. I'm a big strong guy. And on him a main after brachos, so we don't say a main after his brachos. Okay. This is from the Minyam and Zev. This is from okay. Simon Kuf Samakimel and the Agodas Perak Ketan Mevarkin. And on him you don't respond. She'ain Zem Mevarchal Menites is not making a bracha, although it's disgusting. This is from the Hagra. Shneimar B'tzei Berach Niyet Hashem. As the pasuk says, B'tzei Berach Niyet Hashem. To gain, he makes a bracha. It's disgusting Hashem. I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, the point is included in that. Especially I'll see about pardon, but me kupa sakal. The reward of the shtil tibor, or whatever, yeah, either with wages, you pay from the box in the congregation, or meaning from the tzedakah box. Alpha bisha shtil tibor motzi adal ka'asher. Even though the shtil tibor would be motzi, the poor person just like the rich person, so who cares who gives more or less? Still, the wealth of the poor person doesn't reach as much as the rich person, therefore it gets paid based on how much the guy makes, I think. We'll see in the Mishnah Berurah. Hagav, Yisham, Shigobe, Chati, Fimaman, Vachati, Minafashis, and then some say he goes half according to the money and half according to the amount of people. So everybody paying the same and half people according to how much money they have. V'chinu Minag Vakilas, and this is the Minag of the congregations. Spasias Libor. And with Simon and Hayes of Chavalov and the Simon and Hayes of Chav Posig, the Chatul of Mammon, the Chatul of Nefesh, that half goes according to the amount of money he has and half according to the amount of people there are. But look at the book of the Elirab and Shemachalik. The Bechazan, Shani, that by a Chazan it's different. I ain't Shem look over there. Umber Gra Mashma the Shemachaber Chazabo. So Chazan is different than a Shtil Tzibur. Or maybe it's different than over there in Sif Chafei. Sif Chavalov. No, sorry, Simon and Hechei Sif Chavalov. And Begwer Gra Mashma Shem Machaber Chazabo the Pasuk Shem Be'agar Shemakan and the Berura says he's Mechaber back, retracted his opinion in passages like the Haggah, which is here. Okay. Mikubak Hal, you pay from the box of the congregation, Snaka box, Digvis the Firmam, which is really collected according to the money, not according to the people. Okay. Chati, half of it gets and be collected according to the money, half according to people. Kishra Lama Shachati Sorach Leachazan Kamo Asher. Jani Chatzarach Lechazan Kamo Asher. There is this logic to say that the poor person needs the chazan just like the rich person. This is from the Taz. Yesh lefamim she'ashirim nosnim yoser mammon lachazim shekoli arav yoser. And there is sometimes that the rich people are going to give more money to a chazan which has a nicer voice. Gam she'ani yachol leilech l'makam acher, and also that a poor person can go to a different place. Okay, and also b'shar zos. Therefore, they made this split that half of it's really the same, and everybody should pay the same, and half of it is, well, you're paying for extra, and you gotta go somewhere else, or whatever. Hakihilos. So the congregation this is the minhag of the congregation. The Dagir Moshe Kasa, the Dagir Moshe writes, the minhag of the Medina say, no, Dal ba'asher nosim b'ashava, that the poor and the rich give equally. Zeu chatzi l'fisha l'fi and the vashus, and this is according to the half, which is about the people. V'gam mikol nesuyim magia lo kafi Nadon, Bruchatzish of the Mammon. and it's meaning, and they also collect from all. So this is from a Pri Megadim. V'gam mikol nisuyim magil l'kifinadan. It reaches to them according to their, I guess every people of position, it reaches them according to their way they've been gifted. V'katzu l'fi mama, and that's the half according to the money. I guess half are gifts and half are according. It's a tax. The Levush class of Levush writes that Makom Shem Menag Yigvuchum Lifi Mammon, in a place where there's no minag, you should collect according to their money. Okay, it's to go according to the money. V'ayim b'chudish mishmat nisim and kaf mem kaf sam gemel sif gemel b'haga. Look at the chudish mishmat and kaf sam gemel sif gemel in the haga and the magen of fine. I'm bedaki Moshe the mashmin. Now look at the Moshe the mashmin. The filu das the poskim lefi mom, and even according to opinions, the whole day paskin according to the money, and you split up according to the money. And then Iraq b'shkira shliach tzibur shesochon osu liyam neraim. This is only for the rent of the shliach tzibur that they rent for the yam neraim. The possessor l'hu l'fi mom. This is what they call according to the money. Ki ashir machmas ashram lo yuchol etzeis matayim alan yicham rekam. Because the rich person, because of their richness, they're not able to go out from their houses and to leave them empty, leave their houses and just go away. And the poor people that were able to go. I'll eat them halal just for these times, the year of another city. Mashain came to al kolashana, which is not true by the shel tzibur they rent for the whole year. In machash v'lefi mam and the value, you don't go according to the money alone. You would go according to the money and, I guess, and the people. Because obviously everyone can't leave forever. I don't know what a Megillah Mefinadan really means. I assumed it meant according to their. I'll have to look that up. Rav, it's a congregation which has to rent or hire a Rav, or a Shtil Tzibur. The Im Kidei Schar Shneim, it doesn't have enough money to pay for both of them. Imu Rav Movak, if he's a like a the Movak one is attached Rav, he's a big Gadol, he's a big Rav, but then he's great. The Torah Ubaki Bara, and he's a Baki in teaching. Who Kodem, he comes first. Imlav Shtel Tzibur Kodem, and if not, then the Shtel Tzibur comes first. So who Kodem? So if it's a big Rav Movak, his attached Rav, and then his and then that comes first, and otherwise you need a Shtel Tzibur. Who Kodem? Avogad the Yasol Hamal Yedeza Mitzvah Tzil, even though they'll lack this the Mitzvah Tzil because they don't have a Shtel Tzibur. They won't have someone to be yot to them their obligation. Zeshia Rav Amora Tzedek, this will be his Rav and his good teacher. Shiudim Torah Hashem Mishpatel Adif Min Tefillah. They will teach them the laws of Hashem and his Mishpatim. The Torah of Hashem and its Mishpatim is better than davening. This is from the Tshuva Sarash. Vayim beralacha, look at the beralacha. Shekasavti Godol Hachiyav B'chol Yev L'Yizem, the great obligation in all the cities about this. Because of B'Tshuvas Chasam Sofer, it says in response to Chasam Sofer, Chelik Orachayim, in the portion of Orachayim, Simon Reish Vav. The Kol Anshe Yair, all the men of the city, if we all need to, then they all have to give into this for this person of Moratzenik. One person can say, I don't need I don't need a rabbi and a Mar Tzedek. Fine. To me, but all I'm a that still has to pay in the yoke of the congregations. Told me the Kolan Shir Mukoyavan to now mikvah, just like every people of the city have to give for the mikvah. I and Sham look over there. Vim lav, and if not, what's a local? Man needs to say, keeping the balav hafli lo yuchol laharos. Since without is not able to teach the people, if it's not go al piatar, how do he's not really a good rabbi, so therefore he doesn't know how to teach, how to be accustomed al piatar according to the laws. He's not really going to know. Shliel tzibur comes. So now what we do is better to do shliel tzibur. Shliel tzibur mal kapanim yidei kovas mitfila. It'll be up to them at the very least on their obligation. The Torah can't get around mufak. Let's get some that. Shamas from there. Shliel tzibur. Look at Alan. Mishna berura. Hi mishna berura. Who novea mitchuvas harash. This is brought out from Chuvas Harash. And Mizayer, Adam, this will see a man will see. Go to Chiyav al Kol year. They have great obligation on the city. L'skor lehem rav, to require for them a rav. Sheyor lehem mitzvos the Torah. They'll teach them the laws of the Torah. A mishmatan is obligation and its judgments. Eichel is not how to be accustomed. Okay, Voloya Kiyavirim Shan Hamis and Megashishim Bakafil, and not be like blind people who are moving around in the darkness. Dafilu im Ayideza Nitkakam Nagami mitzvahs Tfilah Eslam, even through this they're pushing off completely the laws, the mitzvah of davening from them. Gam Kain Achiyav Azeh, who caused him still this obligation is first of getting a rav. But with pride in Manshiayer Yocholam Gam Kain this Baal especially if people that are able for sure themselves to daven on their own. Bevade, I call them for sure this is first to get the rabbi. Yimalu races upachan, and through this they will be filled with fear and other types of fears, yaros, or it should be filled with fear the certain cities. And the Medina, which are found outside of the city, main city. Shein lehem rav amar tzedek, they don't have a rabbi and a good teacher. V'yiram in their city. V'havan gadol hu kamosh v'yarno, it's a great thing that's what it explains. Hagam shaloch lehem shochet avodik, granted them that they buy for them a shochet and a person who searches out their stuff, the shchita. With all this, so you need a man who's going to rule properly. Shayor lehem adine Shabbos v'Yom Tov, teach them the laws of Shabbos and Yom Tov. V'hilchos Pesach v'Chamur, and the laws of Pesach which are very strict. V'dine Tfilas mikvah, and the laws of going into the mikvah, tipping in the mikvah. V'chol prati hilchos nida, and all the laws of all the specifics of the laws of nida. V'shardeni terasenu, and the other laws of our Torah. Hakadosha, which is holy. Asher yasa osam, the person should do with them, v'yichayv live with them. Im lo shashochet v'bodek shalhem, who lamdom, unless the shochet and the searcher are a big learner. Gadu baki b'chad v'Torah, and the baki in the specific hidden parts of the Torah. V'yeshlo smicha al aras, and he has a smicha on his teaching. Mea gedolim, from the great people. Hamifarsim in the Medina, which are publicized in the city. For sure, some people that are required them for sure. The menagin, gadol, which they by acquire a great shliel tzibur, who is a great singer. But I'd come and through for the sake of money, a lot of money. Roch, I don't know what Rok means. Ashana, for the year. Okay. Sheyinagin lehem b'kol naim, we should sing for them with a nice voice. Ubashir kazer, with this amount of money, hayacholam nikach lehem rav mar tzedek, they were able to buy a rabbi and a good teacher. Okay. V'gam shliel tzibur, and also shliel tzibur, shir yuchal lava lefnei table, we'll be able to go in front of the davening. For Shabbos, the Yom Tov, and Shabbos and Yom Tov. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Kasher b'minusina, which is in our cities. For sure would it be accepted through this their prayers to Hashem. Masha'in kain ata, which is not true now. Hashem is ismanis shliel tzibur hu shalol l'shem shemayim. The pointing of the shliel tzibur was not for the sake of Shemayim, they just got a nice singer for a lot of money. Okay. Al zeh namar nitno elai b'kolov. Unless they say they've given to me in their voice, I'll cancel these, and therefore I hate them because they're not really trying to daven, they're trying to get a nice singer. So Davarhu, and the end of the matter is, Shal Yidei the Holechas Ir this city is going to go from one push stop to another push stop. She'in lahem Mora Manik B'Dach Hashem, because there's no one to teach them and show them the way of Hashem. And Shabbos, and come to this to Chol Shabbos, Yom Tov, Achilas, Chashash Chametz, and eating as concern of Chametz, Chaz v'Shalom. Umishi Yodea Od Kama and someone who knows further many more Surim Mechai v'Krisos, Chaz v'Shalom. And who knows how many more Surim of Chai v'Krisos and Chaz v'Shalom. Hashem is Shmereinu Mi'an Shekela, Hashem to save us from men like this. Okay. Amos Alkan Chazan Me'amana. So he can't remove a Chazan from his position. Elam came Nimsa Bo Psul unless you find in him a Psul in the Chazan. Haga. And the Ein Misalkan also Mishum Rinan Ba'alm. You can't just destroy him because of just a song about him or someone just saying bad things about him. For example, that the name has gone out that he's been attached with Goyim. Or that he gave a person over. He did a Moser. Avolimbo Olav Adam, but if it came on him witnesses about this, we also been stuff like this, and then we would get rid of him. Which is a shechter, and he searches out the meat. Lo yispal begadim ha soim u'musrichim. He shouldn't daven with clothes which are disgusting and dirty and disgusting. If he doesn't want to change his clothes, b'shas tefillah yispal. It's the time of davening and the daven. Same so then we do get rid of him. Or still sibur sham nabel piv. When still sibur who says nibel piv. Oshim and Rane and Bashiri and Nachum, where he sings songs of Goyim. We protest upon him not to do this. And he doesn't listen, we remove him. Kobo daf kof hey amadal. Still Sibur his kin, still Sibur got old. Rosamanos Beno Lisai and he wants to appoint his son to help him at some times. Alphabet in Kol Beno Arbakoli Kikolo, even though there's not the niceness of his voice of the son like his niceness. He fills his place in other things. He's just as good in every other way. Then the son comes before everyone else. It would be passed on. The Tzibur is not able to protest about him. This guy is just as good. He doesn't have such a nice voice, but okay. This is from the Chubas Rashba Siman Shin. Okay. See the Mishnah Berura. Chazan me'amanis, you can't take him away from his job. Wood in the Cholat Haitzmanis, and similar with every other type of appointing. The Malcolm Shalom, no, going to places they don't have a minhag. The Mnos Zman, they do it to be appointed for a certain set time. Matam Shalo Yechashtem, and the reason is that you shouldn't suspect them of doing something wrong. Shenim Sabeh Hempsul, that it's found in them a psul, and that's why you get rid of them. So this is from Pei is from Samach 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 alef is from the Beis Yosef. That Shenim Sabeh Psul is from the Beis Yosef. Okay, Bo Psul. They found in a psul. Be it's a little cut out. I gotta see if I can get this. Adam, with Adam. This is from the Lavush. Va'az in Mekablanos, and then we don't accept him. Until he until he does tshuva. But tshuva Shlomo, complete tshuva. This is from the Magen Avraham. Buli Aram Mirma without any tricks or any other types of trickery. Al b'shvua b'alma, just swearing in general. Shlo for the rachav, he won't go in his ways. Elo, these ways, lo behind doesn't help. The belav alchei mishpa b'almi mir Sinai, who anyway he's already commanded, sworn and staying from the time of Sinai. The aim is salkin. We don't get rid of him just because of a voice. Avalam no so lechafila, but to appoint him lechafila, so you will always summon in the Eli Rabbah. Afilu b'shvil rina ba'alma yishtam, no, even just because of a sing in general, there is to stop him. Afilu im harin and hayam Allah rak v'yaldus, even if the song was about him was just when he was young. Bilakam b'sivdal, to say later on sivdal. Shinid fas, which he was grabbed with goyim. And we come welcome yesh lach, or still there is to be concerned about the call for the voice. This is from the Magen Avraham. V'hoshe bezdin al kachot decided bezdin about this. Shliach tzibur shebitu zinsa. Shliach tzibur, which his daughter was mezana. Tachas ba'ala under while she was married. She got Elam nos l'chachila. You shouldn't appoint that shliach tzibur l'chachila. This is from the Berhetiv, and I am Simukov Ches in the Berhetiv. Sham b'chudusha v'kiveger. Sham in the chudusha v'kiveger. Acham nasizah achash kavayin isman. If this happened, he's already appointed near the day in La Rida B'Shvil Titans. Appears you shouldn't take him down because his daughter was whatever because of this. Oshem or he gave over a person. Shliach tzibur ham ayim al chaviru. Shliach tzibur, which puts fear on his friend, is from the Kol and the Eli Rabbah. The Masrul Acham to give him over to a guy. He's afraid, he's just scaring him. He's being a threat. We never actually did it. This is degrading the matter. Even into a man who is not a shliach tzibur, and if so, it wouldn't become possible for this because if he did this. Allegorin bar, rather we just yell at him. Masrim bo Shem Yosef Lomer but Ketvar me halala, and warn him that if he starts to keep saying things like these, Sheabirim malasa, then we're going to take him away from this greatness. And if he continues on adds on to his rebellion, it's proper to remove him. All of Adam, you take upon him Adam. And we did the words of Magen Avraham la'el b'sim cut in Zion. Mashra dafilu b'kol lo, the pasuk even with a voice which just doesn't stop. Yachan mochalav la'avira, a single person can protest about him to get rid of him. L'chein mashra b'yam shel Shlomo, Shlomo mashra b'yam shel Shlomo, kulin sof simin nun beis. V'ayim beralach halak at beralach. Ma'avir, and also we would get rid of him. So you don't need Adam, you would need a call of positive. Look there. Okay, we'll see. And maybe it's in the Be'alach. Mavir also, the Imasa Tshuva, if he did Tshuva, Mahani Shalul Asalka would help that you wouldn't get rid of him. So if he did Tshuva after the Adam, it would help you wouldn't get rid of him. Afim Avar B'Mezid, even if he did this on purpose. Avul Minoso, but to appoint him before B'Sifhei, it's clear in Sifhei and Nagad, the Mezid Mahani Tshuva, that by Mezid doesn't help to have a Tshuva because he had and when he was a kid. The in Pirko know that it's not his young days were not nice. And from Mishnah Berurah, look there at the Mishnah Berurah Shekatan. Chaf Beis and Gam Beis. V'im also be Aldusa Aver V'Adayin Shadoshav. If he did in his young days a sin and he still hasn't done tshuva, Afim Minu Mavir, and also even if he did appoint him, though we would get rid of him. The possible Aver Edis, because he's possible with an Avera for Edis. So we got, I guess, it would then for this. Okay, that's how him. His disgusting clothes. Shliach tzibur in the midst of his sickness, also because of his he has an ones. After lenakos, it's impossible for him to clean because he gets sick for his own. It's impossible for him to clean. It's impossible to be clean from being from having it happening at night. But in Matar Asmo Clown doesn't matar himself at all because he's too sick. He can't do it. And if he has things at night, there's nothing he can do. But he's Shliach tzibur. After the Yom Neraim, it's possible in the Yom Neraim, Yesh the Garbo of Shiv told her to yell at him that he should go to the mikveh. Okay, just tough it up. It's in the Bear Hativ. V'alkopanim at the very least, Yosim Habagadim Hatzorim Mi'alav, rather at the very least take off his disgusting clothes from Hanim. If he doesn't listen to the words of the Chacham to wash himself very, very good, to get rid of the disgusting clothes on him, or it's fitting to get rid of him. To switch them, if he doesn't want to change his clothes, and he's got disgusting clothes on him. It's good to switch his clothes which are disgusting, which are dirty. This from the Magen Avraham. Kol every day. Because when he goes between people. We shouldn't be including people who cause people to hate Hashem. The Geshem Talmid Chacham also states just like it's also for Talmid Chacham to go out in the marketplace with clothes which are disgusting. So to a leader of the prayers, even though he's not a Talmid Chacham. This is from the Pri Megadim. B'Shiri Nachum, if he sings songs of Goyim, with the song which the Goyim sing. This is from the Magen Avraham. Bo lavod is kalulim them to their idols, shalem of them. Ubach b'tshuvas, so he sings those songs. Okay. Ubach b'tshuvas siman kaf kaf chet zayin and bach b'tshuvas in the response of shachem kaf kaf zayin cost dafka b'nigan shemiyuchal. That's only a song which is specific about this. A holich barakos, which is going around in the courts or whatever. Shalav the kaludim of the Gayim. Possibly Yosh but that's when he's going to be partial to be Yosh Tzibah Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Elam came not to Shuvah unless he did Shuvah and he doesn't sing those songs no more. As in the Eliab Neshem Tzoras Emes. And nearly the Ma'ari Shalot Nishar Yideza Mamun Chaver B'Yod. He's talking about when it doesn't remain for him in his hands the money of his friends in his hands. You're going Shahaya B'Zad Dineim Kedinenu. For example, back up. The Alkub in English and Miracle is that it's only specific that it's a song which is sung specifically for these idols. A whole Barakos shall over the come. So one who goes to courts of Gechulim, goes to Goyish courts. Possibly Yosh Tzibah is possible to be a Tzibah Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. And in Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur he goes to Goyish courts. Elam Kenos the Shuvah Nasi Shuvah doesn't go to these courts anymore. So in the early Ram Hashem Tzoras Emes. Nearly the Ma'ari Shalom Nishar Ali Days and Moment for Chaver. We're talking in this case where he didn't remain the money of his friend in his hands. For example, there wasn't these things, their laws were like our laws, was the same rules. Still be possible at the very least on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. Duhu Avon Gadol Mitzad Atzma is a very sin on its own. Above, as it says in that if it wasn't for this, isn't he possible because of Avera? Even with other days of the year because he's stealing. It shouldn't be for him a shleil tzibur. It says earlier in Seven Kavdalad. Fine. And perhaps in our days, in our many sins, that's forgotten the answer from many people. It's possible he's made a mistake about the matter. In the possible, he shouldn't possible it. Kedisim, Keinzem, Bechoshen Mishpat, Simon Lamadal, Simutus, and Simon Lamadal, Sifdalad, Ein Sham. Malkopanim, the Indian Stil Tibber, the very least by Stil Tibber, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Bavad, the Yesh, the Hafman, for sure, he should be Mashmer. So it could be Zushogi. But by in regards to Stil Tibber and Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur should be Mashmer. Stil Tibber shall have Shochei, V'nimsam, Shemacha, Trefus, Becheskas, Ksheris, V'shogin. Stil Tibber, who was a Shochei, and he comments out that he sold Trefus with the assumption that they were kosher. He didn't by mistake. Or Menakar, Nimsa, Achov Chalev. Or he was a person who removes the fat and it comes after and looked after him like, oh no, wait, there's Chalev there. Alfish, Misalk, and also Mishlil Tibber, even though we don't remove him from being a Stil Tibber, Mikol Malcolm in them knows the Chachila still shouldn't appoint him. Chachila, he was very negligent. This one the Knesset Gadol. We must have tshuva, we did tshuva. Mutter afilim knows it must even to appoint him. Mikol B'Sefkei B'Hagan says earlier in Sefei and Hagal. Kal Shechilku Tfilas Rosh Hashanah B'Yom Kippurim Kinag. One Kal which is divided up the Tefillah of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur like the minhag is. If one of the two got sick, and he wasn't able to daven, you can't put another person in his place. It would be out of kal dafka, that means it's only in the congregation himself to specifically to point the person. It's from the Shari Ephraim, Simon Lam and Alef, which I am B'Shuvas Knesset use Yechezkel Simon and Gimel. Look at the responses of Knesset Simon and Gimel. So the cousin who's getting sick can't just point to someone else. Got to get the count of it. His kin, and Shliach got old. Similar with all the pointings, Shigam Kain Beno Kodim so to also the son would come first. This is from the Rashba. Many of those other people which are greater than him, since he fills the place of his father, he's just as good as his father, even though there's someone better than his father, he still pick his son. Yeshaman and some say that by a chacham hamanagel have a star which is appointed to spread out Torah, or ladon, or to do judgment. Lord meaning shebeneim kodim. We don't say the sons comes first. V'yish chokim, those that I can say they do. I am Magen Avraham, look Magen Avraham, Knesset Gedolah, Olas Tamid, and Knesset Gedolah, and the Olas Tamid, of which it was Chazam Sofer, Kelik Arachaim, Simon Gimel, and the responses. Olas Tam Sofer, and Kelik Arachaim, Simon Gimel. Barota. And he wants to get his son to help out. Rajbar says over there, within the Mekol Inyanim Menuim, same thing would be all topics of appointing. Then if he wants someone to help him out with that appointment, the prakim for a certain amount of times, it should just be out of the permission is in his hands. Because something has the Gedolah writes, the Dafka Imhu Roy Lakach told him he's fitting for this list. Him binyan hamalacha, him b'yishmaim, whether with regards to work and whether with regards to the fear of heaven. Alright, it's nice. Ubavad shelo yehei kol mishna, as long as his voice isn't changed. This one the Magen Avraham. In the haber shteel tzibur b'shvil acher shekolu arv, you shouldn't move away shteel tzibur for someone else who has a nicer voice. In merov kavetzim ba'acher, if the other person want the other one, yisham shushay chshneim b'kecha, then they should both work together. This is from the Magen Avraham. So he's allowed to get someone else to help him out, and who's fitting. It's interesting. The Veralacha, Imbo E'alav Aiden came upon this. I mission look the Mishnah Bro, Aiden Kala de Lapasim, in regards to the voice which doesn't stop. There's this room which doesn't stop. I'm look at the Veralash, time which brings the source from getting to pay Testament Aleph. But Kesubas Namad Vamad Beis. This is what it says in the Gemara. Yotzashem Mizana Be'er. The name of he's a Mizana person comes out in the city. Oh, ain't kosher law. We don't care about this. Mashma l'chora, it's mashma clearly. The afilu kol is l'pasuk, even a voice which doesn't stop. Still, if it's we don't care about it. The im located, if it wouldn't be so, ibul kosher the Gemara sham, it would fall off the question of the Gemara there. So if it became Mizana, we don't care about it, even if called l'pasuk. Ubakobo, no, 1 second. I have to undo the page. Oh no. Okay. And the Kobo, Shemimena Makardin Zat Isa, and the Kobo which is from him is the source of this, then it says, Adam Geshem, Adam are kosher, Adam which are kosher, you can't just have a voice. Mashma Lachoid implies from him clearly, the Kolsh came call it the for sure, a call which doesn't stop, Levad, Levad, Lemahani, just alone, just a voice doesn't stop, for sure wouldn't work. But Chuvas Kasim Sofer, Simon Yalaf, Hebrew Dimmer, Zeh, in the Chuvas Kasim Sofer, and Simon Yalaf also brings these words of the Kobo. Umasik Zafila Kol Lapasik, and he concludes that even a Kol Lapasik, in whom Marutza, Lakola Kala, Ziku, Lachazan, Eitzarach, Limnosa, Lim, Pospiadam, if he's wanted by the whole Kahal to strengthen him to be a Chazan, you don't have to protest in their hands. It's okay. But if you find one of them that does protest and he has a cold pasuk on him, I believe the cold pasuk which doesn't stop, as I yachal limkos and is able to protest to get rid of him. Further it says there, sometimes we do take him off by a cold which doesn't stop. There's no one protesting. You go into Yotza Kol Shanasa Akir, that for example, if voices come out, they've done something disgusting with Ne'edim in front of Eden. V'holkulahem Medina Siyam, and those Eden went to overseas. Afagat Deleka Eden B'fnein, even though there's no Eden in front of us. Even the Ika called the Eden B'tzad Eslan, this is the voice that there is witnesses in the side of the city called Eslan, far away. Akol Yotza Me'ikara Ayidei Eden Kashem, and the voice came out originally through kosher Eden. Maridan also and also we take him out from his appointments. Avol Renana Shalobedim, but if it's been just a voice without witnesses, Alakol Yatsame Kara Ayide Avid Bishif of Noshim, as just the voice came out through an Avid or a shif or women. Baholo Maridan also with this you don't take them down. In Losh Nimsa the Nimsa is the Mokamba Kana, unless we find certain people who singular people which are going to protest, and they have the right to protest. And they can say, please the call. We call the low pasuk nekra, a voice which doesn't stop is called im yom umechza laza alav kol year. If a day and a half they're talking about him in the entire city. Vein lo oivim, and he has no enemies v'yer shenu kol lemar she'alehem, that he's able to say about them shehem, that they hosio akol tagazakol. It's from Yom Skofei Amar Aleph. And the response to Marik Simin Kofei Ches, Masha the Lunik recalls the pasuk is not called the voice which doesn't stop. Kim the kol shaharabim maskimin alav, except with a call with the majority agrees on it. The ain't pasuk and doesn't stop. And with the mistama yeshlomer shaloam mechinam yatza kol, that we assumably could say not for nothing that the voice came out. Hazeh. Avolim yadu alana sharak echad hotzi esakol. If you know just one person is taking out this voice, Mitchila originally, validation yadon shinishtarbe v'kol b'yer, and through him it grew out the call in the city. Ein munach alav shem kol delapasik, doesn't go resting on him the name of a voice which doesn't stop. After the hachanam nimin reneinu came possible, and that's also in our topic to be such the same thing. Rachach matzosif v'chasam sofer, after defend the chasam sofer, chaim simin chafhei Shamash McCain, which implies this way on Sham. It's a very big question. How does it help any call which doesn't stop to take down the chazan? Isn't it automatically going to lose money also? In the Mukhab Yam Shlomo is clear, and the Yam Shlomo and stuff. So Perakama, Ayin Sham is clear, and so Perakama, look at there. In regards to losing money, in general, Pashtu Bar is Pashtu and clear. The woman Hanisham call doesn't help any voice. In the Mashram Mistemis the Gemara gets in Peitas is clear, and Mashram the Stam Gemara in Peitas Laman Aleph. Risham at the beginning of Yomid. B'chein Sham and Beis, and some of their Amid Beis. Hiknish Lachasud or Hifsid Hifkin Nachasud, if he matches his property or he relinquishes his property. Gamkein Stam Katani, and also over there in its Stam at the top. Ayin Sham, look there. Vafilu Umdana the Muchach, even a proven sign or proven like Swara, Lo Mahani Lahotzias Mom, it doesn't help to take out money. Can the master be Choshim Mishpasim Tavches? There's a master Choshim Mishpasim Tavches. But Koshin called Bam just and for sure a general voice. After the high time of the east of Begitin, it's possible this region, which is in Gedin Peitas and Aleph, The lahachiyat Allah Hashem mizana, that for this it came out for her the name of mizana. She has the name of mizana. In Goshen law, we don't care about this mishum the after the priestess ba'alma chazu. The name mizana this year we don't care. We don't care about. It's because it's partially just our priestess in general. And through this came this voice. So after the in regards to Chazan, it's possible that assumably they didn't like a person. It's not nice for people to appoint a person which has so much preachers. So it's not completely false. There's some sort of preachers, but it's not true. So we're not going to get rid of the guy, but we're not if we wouldn't get for other matters it wouldn't affect something, but for this matter of being a chazan, there's a lot of preachers, and therefore they have the right to protest. Shiavul lidei kola, which would come to a call. It's a little pasuk which wouldn't stop. Also, Nuskazar letting knows about this. Ohio the shmar satmi should have guard himself. Shlo yavul shouldn't come to this. So leading in rombo kamas in preachers in regards if we see many types of preachers, the push the tzorach the hospital for sure we have to warn him. Motion conservative Ramah and Shliach Tzibur Haminavel the Pip. For example, just like we see in the Ramah in regards to Shliach Tzibur, which says nibble back. Shliach Tzibur Shehizkin, Shliach Tzibur which got old. B'zehamais the Nishal Harajba. This action was asked to. This case was asked to Rajba. B'zikor Rajba la'av machma shnei tamim. And they the Rajba agreed with the father for two reasons. After Mishu Mane, someone is appointed to go through Sefer L'Rabbim, for example, he's a barber for the public. Oh, Naftam, or a sofer. Let's say he's a sofer. I think he's a sofer. He's a sofer for the public. Oh, Naftam, or he's a signer. Shlokai Gam, stuff like that. Oh, sorry, Naftam is a baker, right? Or a baker, and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's a baker, or even not sure if he's a sofer or a barber. Also having that, and he wants that one person should help him with that appointment. The problem for sometimes. Bizman Shehu Eino Yachol, time when he's not able to do that appointment. I was supposed to be out of them permissions in his hands. It's not in the power of the congregation to protest. It's like included in it's assumed. Shnaim Afilu im Tashkoko. Two people. Okay, so you have two people. Afilu im Tashkoko, ve'en yochol asos klau, and he's not able to do it at all. And he has to get another person. Him beno roy who calls him the cholad. So for the first reason is why the father wins is because he's able to get someone to help him out at some time. Second of all, if he came too weak and he's not able to appoint someone else at all, and he's forced to take someone else, if his son is proper, then he comes first for every person. He comes first. Who calls him the cholad? He comes first before everyone. But if there's people greater than I'm Shum. So that's the second reason. Still, you pick the son first, and second of all, he's able to pick whoever he wants to help him. With this, you can understand the words here. In Magen Avraham, this is the Magen Avraham says, and they're talking about the accepted the Shliach Tzibur for his entire life. So this, and one who delves in there, will see that this is only the Raj only wrote this just for a Rav the Mills, is for an extra thing. That to prove that originally, if it's for sure originally the opinion of the Kaal, that if you would need at the age of his old age, for help for certain times, they would be permitted to take someone for this. Niska l'shtayim v'shalosh shanim, and still, even if the same thing would be if he was rented for 2 or 3 years. So v'tzarach lefamim le'ezer rishus, and he needs sometimes for help. The rishus b'yada would still have the permission to get someone else to help him. Uktas mashikim be'agra, gam ken stelzo and v'u b'mashim be'agra. Have to be specifically appointed forever. If he needs help, you get help, and you can appoint someone. And similar, if he's too weak, his son comes first. It just won't stop. So it won't stop.